we're gonna try, I'm gonna create a new one. And as I said before, this software is pretty much based off of your software. Your software is like the mother software, and this is one of the Logic Pro. It's one of the children. GarageBand will prepare you for pretty much any different software. You just have to understand whatever the new software you might be dealing with. You have to understand what's the difference. Now, make sure your volume, if I can hear your music, your stuff is way too loud or you don't have your headphones on correctly. And also treat it gently. Treat the laptop gently. Don't bang on it. Because 5 other people have to use that computer. If you tear it up, they will not have one. Understand? Understand? Okay. Now, I'm gonna create a new one. And you can see everything I'm doing. Do I want to save it? Do you want to close the current? Yes, I want to close it. I definitely want to save it. I'm gonna call it Cali Funk. All right. Now, usually when I start, I might go ahead and throw up 3 or 4 software instruments. We'll just say 3. All right. Now, there are 3 main drums that I start off creating when I'm making a beat. Whoever person that is that's super loud, let them know they're loud because I hear them all the way over here. That had that sound just then. Okay, so we're gonna change these 2 drum tracks. I'm gonna go to my drum kits. You have drum kits as well. You can pick them at random. Now, also on this one, just like you have, I have musical typing. Save your questions for the end. I'll let you know when I'm gonna start taking questions. All right. Now, when you and feel free, actually, everybody pause for a moment. Pause. Because this will actually possibly change the way you make your own beats. Pay attention. Take your hands off the computer for a moment. Because what's gonna happen, the people that pay attention theirs gonna be sounding way better. Those who are not gonna wonder, what did I do wrong? So this is your chance to learn it. All right. And actually, I'm doing a live right now, so you can go back and watch this. So in case you forget my method, I'm gonna do something filming me, and then I'm gonna do something, probably make a video showing that screen as well. Now, the first thing I like to do, I'll go ahead and find a drum set that I like. I got my musical typing here. Now, when musical typing comes on, it usually comes on more in the middle. It's more like right here. And it might be set a certain way. I have a certain sweet spot that I like to use. Now, you see where the blue area is right here? It usually comes on in the middle. But I usually set mine to the left just a little bit so my bass drum can be the lowest note on my keyboard. So I'm gonna click over to the left a little bit, and let it shift over. And now, the bass drum is my lowest note. Now, within this sweet spot that I use, and it's the setup the same on GarageBand, exactly the same. Is it something important? Because I saved the questions to the end. Is it in regards to what we're doing? What?
I still can't figure it out.
Okay. You don't have to, you're not touching it no way right now anyway. All right. After we do this, I'll see if I can help you with that sound. It's probably something real simple. Now, that's your bass drum. All right. There are 3 main drums I like to start creating. The bass drum, which I call the boom. Something like a snare drum, which is the pop. Nobody should be touching their things. Stop touching your computer. Take your hand off your computers. Take your head. Okay, look. I'm not in the playing mood. There's too many people trying to learn how to do this. All right. Now, we have the boom. There's another sound I like to call the pop. That's some type of snare sound. That's a snare. That's a snare. Some people use a clap sound as a snare. And that's a rim shot. Some people use that as a snare. So most beats you hear on the radio might be like, or whatever your thing is. Now, the boom and the pop, the bass drum, also known as the kick drum, and the snare. Now, another one that I like to make sure I incorporate are the cymbals. So, this soft sound, that's known as a hi-hat. A more open cymbal might be this. These are crash cymbals. So those are the three main ones I like to be concerned with. Now, there's other drum sounds, like these are toms. When you go around, they go dooka 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 dooka. All those are called toms. And as far as other percussion sounds as well. If you're touching your laptop, we'll wait till you stop. I'm getting tired of repeating myself. I was hoping you'd have the maturity, and people that are doing what I'm asking you to do, I appreciate you. We're gonna wait till those people stop. Close your laptop. Close your laptop. Thank you. You're gonna have to close yours. So when I'm teaching it, and I want you to listen and totally focus, don't touch your computer. Understand? I'm an adult. What'd you say?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Gracias. Now, I only told the person to do it because they kept messing with it. If you have the maturity and the self-discipline and control to not touch while I'm talking and just listen, you can keep it open. That's totally fine. All right, now we have the bass drum, we have the snare sound, and we have the hi-hats. So this is where I mentioned that the metronome comes in handy, very much so. I'm gonna cut my metronome on, and actually let's record it. 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's where the metronome comes in handy. You use that click to stay on beat. If you don't use a metronome, your stuff will not be on beat, and it will not have a steady tempo. Everyone say tempo.
Tempo.
Somebody raise their hand and tell me what tempo means. Yes, sir.
To keep up with something.
Close. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. Beats per minute. Yeah, BPMs is beats per minute. Very good. But tempo, everyone say speed of music.
Speed of music.
That's how fast or how slow the song is going. All right. So I just recorded that. Let's play that back and see if it sounded decent. Again, that end part was kind of weird. I'll tell you what, let me cut the metronome back on while it's playing so I know if it's right. And you know that loop button I would tell you to take off because it's going to delete your stuff. These are the instances where I like to loop, is when I'm making a beat, okay? So for example, I'm gonna loop just these 4 bars. And the bars, you can tell it's 4 bars. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top. Those are the sections of music. Do you remember if I taught you in elementary school, we talked a lot about bar means the same thing as measure. We have 4 bars up there, we have 4 measures up there, all right? So I'm gonna play it and let it go over and over and see if it sounds decent enough to keep going. Usually, if one part doesn't sound right, I stay on it until I get it to sound at least somewhat on beat. Keep it flat on the floor so you don't break it. Chairs do break, all right? That part is okay. I didn't like that. I don't like the way it ends. I don't like that. So, and that's another thing. When you don't like something, just re-record it. Do it over. I could have fixed it now. But for your sake right now, just go, especially if it's a short thing. This is only 4 bars. So I'm just going to re-record it. All right? And I got, on yours, when you click on control, it has a metronome and it has count in. I like to check my count in. I like to have a count in too so I can get ready. Because if you don't have count in on, it's just going to start recording and you might be late. I was late coming in because I didn't have the counting in though. All right, let's try that again. 2, ready, go. Let's see what it sounds like. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. All right, so now I'm going to switch this little keyboard sound to another drum kit. Yes, sir.
What is if you're gonna take off the metronome?
Say that again.
What's the if you're gonna take off the metronome
What's the what if you're gonna take off the metronome?
and playing it?
I can't understand what you're saying.
If you're
Boy, close it.
if you're gonna
You see? Yeah, I know it's hard, but even as children, you got to learn how to control your body. Say it, talk, speak louder, AC.
if you're gonna take off the metronome, what's the making the beat off of it if it's not gonna sound the same as when you made it like that?
I still don't understand what your question is. If you're going to take off the metronome,
Why do it? Because the beat's not gonna be the same as when you made it with the metronome.
the metronome is, oh, thank you. Now I understand. The metronome is just to guide you. If you don't have the metronome on, what's the guarantee you will stay on beat? As humans, even the best drummer, sometimes they slow down, sometimes they speed up, and you will do the same thing when you're recording. But you will find if you record with the metronome, it will be steady, and you can create professional beats faster. Trust me on it, okay? Like, you probably tried to make beats already, but when you use the metronome to stay steady on it, you're gonna move faster, and it's gonna be more accurate. People will like your beat better. It's more pleasing to the listener. All right, I'm gonna move on to another aspect. So we did the bass drum. Now I'm gonna either do the snare drum or the cymbals. So I think I'm gonna do the cymbals. It's real soft, so sometimes I like to turn it up and turn the cymbals up, turn the bass drum down. Messing with the volumes, adjusting volumes, that's known as mixing. Also, with mixing is putting sounds in the left and right ear. We're not gonna do that as much today. But as we're going, I'm gonna mix certain things anyway. All right, let me go ahead and record. Let me see. Let me locate all my cymbal sounds. All right, I think that's what I'm gonna play around with. See what happens. All right, 1, 2, ready, go. Oh, I did something wrong. All right. Yeah, it didn't work out like I wanted. Are we gonna try that again? And sometimes when you record, take the loop off for a moment. I usually just put the loop on when I want to listen to it over and over. When I'm listening, not when I'm recording. All right. Oh, I see what happened. All right. My sound switched. All right, let's see what that sounded like. Sometimes now, it might not sound together because there's a delay going from the computer to the Promethean board. All right? Let's see what that sounds like together. Oh, man, that sounds horrible. Okay? And now I could easily be like, okay, that's okay. But That was horrible. So I'm gonna delete that and do it again. You'll find as a producer, that's when you tell me you spent 40 minutes on a track and I'm finished. I'm like, it's not finished for real. It might, I mean, you might have accomplished the requirements, but does it sound good? You know, you know what sounds good to you and what doesn't. I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna do something simpler. Now, once again, there's a delay. All right, let's see if that one sounded better. All right, it'll do for now. I'll fix it later. But sometimes you can move on, and there's extra tricks that you can do to just make it line up on its own. But we'll go to that another day. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add one more thing, a snare, some type of snare sound to give it that pop. So the kick is the boom, the cymbals are the and the snare is the pop. Let me see. I'm gonna pick one, Southern Cal. See what that sounds like. Sometimes you can if you want to, you can combine two of them to create your own kind of snare sound. Now, once again, it's gonna sound kind of weird because yeah, it's a delay. All right, now I kind of like this, but let me loop it and see how I feel and mix around, play around with the mix. All right. I still hate the hi-hats. So I'm gonna make the hi-hats way simpler. Once again, this is the type of dedication it takes. All right, so we're gonna roll with this. Can you what?
Like duplicate it.
All right, so once you get to something that you like, all you have to do is copy and paste it. All right. So I don't really like. I would copy and paste this, but I don't really like it that much. So what I'm gonna do, I like little parts of it that kind of line up. I'm gonna shorten this first part. I'm just gonna cheat it a little bit real quick. We're gonna copy and paste just this part. Copy. And I'm gonna paste this. When you pasting, you gotta make sure it's on the correct track you want it to be pasted on. Put the cursor where you need it to go, on the one of the beat. I think I might like that. Nah, I'm gonna do the same thing with this. Once again, make sure. Now I'm using math to kind of restructure all of this and cheat a little bit. Oh man, don't do that. All right, so let's see what this sounds like. That sounds kind of rushed. That first snare beat sounds off. So I'm gonna fix it like so. I'm just gonna copy that one. The second snare beat sounds good. So we're just gonna redo this. I think all of this will line up better. And as you see, everything is right on. If you don't have that metronome going, your stuff would not line up. It might sound way. You saw, I was using the metronome and it was sounding horrible. So definitely use the metronome when you're trying to make sure somebody can dance to your beat or if it's steady, somebody can rap to it. All right. So I'm gonna put on a loop to make sure it sounds loopable and like it doesn't sound like there are any glitches. All right. And I'm gonna cut off the metronome. Okay, so it's kind of weird on that first. I don't know, I kind of like that. Now, normally I probably wouldn't, but you can go and delete little stuff. Like, for instance, this one little thing right here is kind of like not on beat. So if I want to, I can double click on it, and you do the same thing on yours. You can do the same thing and take that out. Let me see. So I'm gonna play it again. That one right there at the end is kind of off. So we're just gonna delete that or move it in a different place. I'm gonna move it in a different place, see if that works. If I like that. And then, yeah, then this is a little bit, put that more on the beat, right on the one. So you can correct and fine tune little things when you double click on the wave. You see the difference in the bass drum? Did you hear that slight difference? Some people might like it, some people don't like it. I'm gonna keep it like that because that's kind of how I want to have it. All right, so creating. All right, go ahead. You can carry on with your work, and I'll check yours out, ma'am. You can pull. And you said you can't hear? Oh. Oh, okay. So, remember when I said when you're putting on drums, that's why I want you to pay attention. There are no sounds all the way to the right or to the left. You need to put it into the middle. My sweet spot is right here. When I was doing everything I was doing, I like it to be right here, slightly off center. So now you will hear everything. Make sure you can hear it. Can you hear it? Okay. I didn't mean to be mean, but I wanted you to pay attention when I was doing. Okay? Yes, sir.
So like when you're making it, can you mute some just to hear one track?
Yeah. Those yellow headphones and that speaker, one of them is mute, and that mutes that track. One of them is solo, and that makes it where you only hear that track. Okay? Very good, very good. I hear some cool stuff being created already. Jordan Baker. We using GarageBand and Logic. All right. make sure, once again, since now we're focusing on danceable and singable rhythm patterns, even rappable rhythm patterns, make sure you use that metronome to keep a steady tempo. It will be imperative. Oh yeah, Jordan Big in the house. Piano extraordinary. I hope you're still playing that piano, Jordan. I'm about to sign up for a moment. I will probably come back on for my next class and demonstrate another beat. Peace and blessings. Mr. Y, piano, gotta learn to play like me. Well, at least you can try.